Welcome to the thrilling world of the Flying Runner, brought to you by the Marathon Mates.
Hey everyone, it's Tim and Tony from the Flying RuNR. We're just down here at the Hall of Fame. What's happening down here, Tim?
Yeah, so they're about to do an induction of legends of Berlin Marathon, and guess what? Eliud Kipchoge is going to be inducted very shortly, and we get to see it live, which is going to be fantastic.
It will be. Let's just flick the camera so you can see what's happening. So we've got a big screen, and then over here we've got the Hall of Fame. And of course there's people everywhere.
Yeah, and this is the finishing area of the marathon too. So
just this is the other side of the gates. And then 400 metres down that way is the finish line.
Yep, bring it on.
So and Tara's here as well.
Hi!
Alright, be safe everyone. See ya. Hey there and welcome to the Flying RuNR live stream here on Facebook. This is the night before we do a big run tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently it's a big run. Only 48,000 runners running tomorrow, so yeah, just a little one. And what do they say? 1 to 2 million people spectating on
Lining the streets for us.
Just a little run.
Yeah.
That's how popular I are. We've got the 2 million fans watching just us, so it's
Absolutely.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been, and you guys have been in Berlin since Thursday, and Sharon and I arrived on Friday. So, how have you found it?
It's been great. We've really enjoyed our time here in Berlin. The city's fantastic. It's got a great vibe about it. It's been a busy time for us. We really haven't had much time to stop between the race expo, doing some warm-up runs and shakeout runs. We did a breakfast run today. We've had some tours along the way as well.
We did a bike ride before the marathon tomorrow, as you do.
And of course there's always a little bit of socialising as well that gets in there as well, so a little bit of dinner and meeting people.
If you've been following Team Ellis on Facebook, you might have been thinking they were here on a drinking tour.
But
we're just carb loading.
Carb loading, and we're just warming up
yeah.
for what will happen afterwards. So you got to get your practice in, and that's your training for the big celebration.
Yeah, we're celebrating already. Pre-celebrating.
Tonight's one of those nervous things. We know it's happening tomorrow, and we're all just hoping for a really good day. Temps are good. A high of about 19 degrees. They're saying a low of about 10. I'm in the 10:30 wave.
We're in the 10:30 wave.
Yeah,
as well.
10:20, I think. Yeah, but all signs are positive, and hopefully we can also see a new world record maybe tomorrow as well.
So what did you think of the expo? Well, we're here and talking about the expo there, Tony. I know how you felt about Boston, that's all.
Tim.
Come on in, Tim. Come on into this.
Everyone loves a good expo, and I only wish that I could say that I love Berlin, but I really didn't love the expo at all. Unique where it was held in the old
Flughafen.
Airport. And it was unique, but crowd control would be really cool. I think there's just too many crowds, and at the end of the day, I just got sick of people. So you couldn't just look around and see what was happening and what any of the new products. And so, registration was okay.
Yep.
We all got one of these little things, which is important. So we don't have rogue runners on the course like we did at Boston. Registration, they print the bibs.
Yep.
We wear a timing clip on our shoes. None of us are used to that. So that process was actually pretty smooth, but everyone's walking around in their teal jackets.
Apart from us.
Except for us.
That'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow.
No, I thought the expo the same. I maybe I'm getting expoed out. I hate to say it, but I like to go to these things to look for new,
exciting
products, things I haven't seen before. And to be honest, there was none of that. It was the same old stuff. I was expecting to see a lot more European brands and European products I haven't seen before, and I didn't really see any of that either. It was quite interesting as well. They have an inline skating race, which they did today.
It was good to watch the lead runners of that.
And at the expo, they really separated the inline skating guys away from the marathoners, which was good in a sense, but we went and had a look at their gear as well.
Out with the catering trucks.
Yeah.
And speaking of catering trucks, we've just had a big carbo load dinner ready for tomorrow, so Travelling Fit have put that on for us.
Yeah.
Been sitting with the IMP and IMF runners, which has been great.
We've got one just to the side here. The
So
IMP
Hayley's going to come and
graduate.
have a chat to us. Hayley's, come on in, Hayley.
Come on in. That's it. I'll just come down a little bit.
Have a chat about what you've done there, Hayley. So you're a graduate. This is number what for you for marathons?
Third marathon, second major.
Second major. Yeah.
So what was your first major?
New York.
New York.
Last
So
year.
this will be on par with that as far as numbers of people competing and running?
Yeah, it was 50,000.
Yep. Yep.
And so Hayley's pretty special because it's her birthday as well coming up, and she turns 29. So she's doing quite a great job. And
Yep. Not quite the youngest on the tour, but almost the
I'm
youngest.
going to ask her.
Close enough.
Close enough.
So are you chasing the 6 stars, Hayley?
Yeah, I'm going to go for the 6 majors, but I had a goal of like getting it done in a few years, but the more you run, the more you learn things, and I'm going to spread it out. I've got some other goals that I kind of want to achieve, so yeah, we'll see what happens.
Excellent.
But, yeah, I've got
And
some-
plans for tomorrow, just to cruise through the first little bit and see how you feel?
No, I've got a pretty good time in mind and strategy, and
Yep.
I'll keep it on the DL, but I'm pretty confident going into tomorrow. And
you've got a great coach. You've got a great
I've got a
support
really good coach.
network behind you,
Yep.
and you've got all of us supporting you in the background as well, which is great. We're looking forward to the party afterwards, aren't we, Hayley? That's
Yeah.
going to be the best part.
Just make sure you've got a beer ready for us when we
Yeah,
cross
yeah.
the line.
No,
right?
yeah,
So-
we'll take a meter of beer.
Well, if I get my goal, I'm going to do a shoey. So
I hope it's from your shoe.
yeah.
So this is live, so you can't take this back now,
Oh, that's
right?
fine.
So no, the weather's looking good too. So low teens to mid teens tomorrow, and hopefully it's not too breezy. Today was a little bit breezy, but you can't control that, as I say. You know, you can only control the things you can control.
Absolutely.
And I guess with 48,000 runners, you can tuck in behind plenty of big-bodied people, which is what I usually find, people tucking behind me. But don't they, Tara?
I do, because I have to follow you along the way, and it's easier.
But no, we're all looking good. And Tony, you're fired up for
Yeah,
tomorrow?
look, I'm feeling as good as what I've ever felt leading into a marathon. So tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. Once, like Hayley, we've got a target in mind for a time, and I'll be pretty stoked if we can get around that time. So it's always nervous the night before, I think. And, 30, I was at the 40 runs, shakeout run, and all these guys came over from England. It's an hour and a half flight. And they just were amazed that, we travel for 30 hours to get and do a race like this. So, and you can't always make sure that you've got that 30 hours of travel out of your legs. So that's the only hiccup that I foresee. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get started. A little bit nervous about the crowds and the porty potties and all of that stuff, which we deal with
normal
at every major.
Yeah,
so,
gross, yeah.
And they're very different Portaloos than what we used to
Oh,
at
yes.
home. So it's,
They're not fresh.
You get to see. You get to see what everyone's left behind. So we'll just leave it at that. But we've had a bit of a taste as well today. There was a shakeout run, or what they call the breakfast run. 6Ks it was, or thereabouts. We started at Charlottenburg Palace, which is an old historic palace here, and we ran out to the Olympic Stadium where they held the 1936 Olympics. And the really cool thing with this run was you're almost like in the Olympic marathon. You run down under the tunnels underneath the stadium, and then you pop up onto the running track, and it just felt really awesome today, didn't it?
It was pretty special.
Cool.
Yeah,
There was
and-
a lot of noise and a lot of cheering on at the end.
So it was an untimed event. There probably was, maybe 10,000 runners there today, or a bit more. It took 25 minutes to clear everyone through the starting corral. But it was just a really good, happy vibe. It wasn't timed, but everyone's got their country colours on. They've got their flags. They're singing, they're dancing. They're running, having a bit of fun.
And we got what at the end, Hayley? A nice pretzel.
We
and
got some good food. Some good tapas, I would say.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
yeah, they do look after us, and I think tomorrow at the finish line there's pretzels, there's hot chocolate, there's apples, there's bananas, there's cups of tea.
Cups of tea on the course at the drink station. So looking forward to sitting down and getting a bicky and
Dunking a couple of bickies into the tea at 21 k's or something. But yeah, no, it'd be good. So we've had a really good time so far, and fingers crossed we can all get through it tomorrow unharmed, uninjured, and get to the finish line in good time.
So how many runners are we here with Travelling Fit, Tim? Because you're always the good one with
That's
numbers.
man. So there's 141 runners running with Travelling Fit on this event today.
51 supporters.
And 51 supporters. So pretty close to 200 odd people on the tour with us. It's been really good. Everyone's getting along. Everyone's talking to one another. We're meeting new friends like Hayley here. Yeah, just a really good vibe about the tour. Everyone's really happy. Everyone's
Yeah, we've got a
excited
couple
for
of
tomorrow.
6-star finishes in amongst that.
Yep.
You know, that's going to be exciting to see them at the post-race event around their necks. So that'll be pretty cool.
So we might even try and get a live in maybe at the event tomorrow night, see how we go.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll definitely try and give you an update of how we went and what's going on.
Youngest runner in the tour group is 26. Oldest runner is 76.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So 50-year age gap between youngest and oldest, roughly. I think it was 26, 27, something like that.
Yep.
And then, hopefully everyone gets through and gets their medal at the end of it.
Yep.
So really looking forward to tomorrow. Everyone's excited. We'll all be out there and having a crack at it.
So the next time you'll hear from us, the race will have been run, and hopefully we're still smiling.
Yep.
We might be walking a bit stiff, but and we'll be on our way to it. Well, we might actually do it from Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
I reckon we can do one from Oktoberfest.
Yeah, we'll definitely do one from Oktoberfest.
Well, with Team Alice, if you've been following us on Facebook, you would have already seen our
They've had
pre-warm-up.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, and then there's Flying RuNR. I guess the other thing is tomorrow is hopefully, fingers crossed, we see Kipchoge do the awesome thing that he does. We saw him the other night.
And we know you watch us, Elliot. So
Yeah.
Good luck.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So no, we saw him the other night. He was looking pretty fresh, looking really ready. He's hyped. Quite confident about him. So hopefully it all goes well, and he gets that world record, because it would be pretty special to say we're in that same race.
Yep. So you get a few more lives from us before we head home, that's for sure.
All right.
All right.
We will see you all again once we're winners and once we're smiling. And if we don't win or smile, you won't hear from us. Is that a deal?
Sounds good.
Thanks, Hayley, for
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Hayley.
Thanks
Much
for
appreciated.
popping
Yeah.
in. So, and we'll have to get you on the podcast proper.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
absolutely.
and have a bit of a chat here,
Yep.
because that's pretty exciting, some of the stuff that's going on for you,
Absolutely.
for you guys in the IMP. We love hearing about that. So until next time, happy running.
Happy
Happy
running.
running.
Hello, Tim, Tara, Bailey.
Hello. Welcome to Munich, where we are now for Oktoberfest. So been here since last night. We got our first beers last night.
Very dusty,
Very dusty.
less dusty,
And not dusty at all.
and Mrs. Dusty.
No, not dusty at all. Not dusty at all.
And so today we're all dressed up and we're going off to Oktoberfest. So can't
Yeah,
wait for it.
Kelly's decided he's not dressing up with us.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a party pooper, but we just wanted to share our experiences at the marathon itself, Berlin. Let's start with the superstar for the day. Tara, how did it go?
Oh, it was a fantastic one. It was my fastest marathon that out of the majors, and it's the first time that I've done close to the 5-hour mark for a long, long time. So the flat course is amazing. It does hurt your hips though, because I am used to going up and down hills. So, but no, it's amazing. The crowd support was fantastic. Water stations were great. I've got no complaints at all. What about you, Kelly?
Yeah, we had a mixed day on the course. I felt strong, and Sharon was not as strong. So, but we finished together, and we had a 5 in front of our name. So that was the only thing that mattered to us. So. I jokingly say we missed our time by 18 minutes, but Tara,
I picked up their 18
we gave
minutes.
that 18 minutes to Tara. So, but
And I appreciate it. Thank you.
no, start was organised. It was not as chaotic as what I thought anyway. it's an amazing feeling to run past the, what was it, the victory column?
Yes.
Like in the first kilometre. So course was flat, the crowds were good, drink stations were good. Ran out of Morton gels, but it's just part of the course.
And for you, when we ran, Tara, you just ran really well the whole time. You stuck to the plan, and the plan worked.
Yep,
And
stayed
I think-
7-minute pace, and that's
And I
what we stuck to.
I think the crowds were a big thing. They helped. They were loud, they were noisy, there was bands, there was entertainment everywhere. It was fantastic.
Definitely can't complain. Now that we're here in Oktoberfest, it's all going. Like no more running for at least a little while anyway. But we'll get back into it and.
They're going to have so much fun tonight, I can assure you of that. But running through Brandenburg Gates, an amazing experience.
What a finish.
Crowds at the finish were just amazing, and even for the back of the Packers, the crowds were still there. A big shout out to Hayley from the IMP team because she made our days going through the Brandenburg Gate, so she's got some stories to tell. Can't wait to get her on the podcast and talk about it.
She came back and supported us all at the end after she had finished as well.
And it was also, I guess, pretty special. So we had the fastest man in the world, that's the fastest person to ever run a marathon, Eliud Kipchoge.
Yeah.
And then we had a world record set in the women's event.
By 2 minutes.
By 2 minutes. So
smashed it.
We were running on the course in the same event, in the same race, with the two fastest people ever on the planet.
We'd like to think that we pushed them a little bit.
Maybe that's where I got my 18 minutes from. I was sucking up all that energy from them prior to. But I'd like to believe it was my carb loading that helped me the most.
It was interesting. We were just watching the men's race up in the room, and up until Kipchoge lost his first pacer at 24, his second pacer at 26k, and then the last pacer dropped out at just over 31, Sharon. And that was also the time that this young fellow, Kindi from Ethiopia, who came from nowhere and paced himself off Kipchoge up until the 31, and he pulled out then too. So, amazing race.
It was fantastic. Highly recommend Berlin to anybody who would like to run a major. Crowd support's great, course is great.
City's
flat,
awesome.
You don't have to worry about anything.
And the city and the run itself is awesome.
So, as you know, I'm off to Chicago with my beautiful wife after we survive today.
Their carb loading's just beginning.
And these two are going to be heading back to Brisbane, so I'll be doing some updates from Chicago. Hopefully we'll be able to have a chat with Sarah Cotrona. She'll be in Chicago, so I'll pull her aside and we'll have a bit of a chat. Kim Tudgman's also going to be in Chicago, so no doubt I'll try and sneak her onto the podcast as well. But legs are a little bit sore. How are your legs now?
No pain at all. We've just climbed a great big church bell tower thing, so no pain, which is good. Obviously, those strengthening exercises that I've been doing and working on have really paid off.
Is that a shout out to Wayne?
That's a shout out to Wayne.
No, we're all good.
Yeah, well, that's good. I've got a little bit of pain in the quads, but we went down and got some ice cold CBD oil and feeling much better.
There you
go.
go.
There you go. You can get anything here, that's for sure.
Alright, so Oktoberfest, you won't hear anything else from us, or you might, but it's like those drunken texts at 2 o'clock in the morning. Who knows? But,
I'll take the phone away from them.
But I hope you enjoyed this. We've had a great time. Berlin Marathon was awesome. Chicago's going to be just as good. Number 5, host Chicago. Really stoked with that. And
you guys are going to do awesome.
Yeah, we just got our third star. So.
Third star for us, so we've got a few more.
It's always good when you get that email from Abbott saying you've earned a star.
Oh, doesn't it make you feel good?
And
it's
then,
like
then you check your runners portal and there it is. So
Absolutely.
3 to go.
Excellent.
And you can actually log in and let them know I'm doing my 5th. So they've already got it pre-booked now that I'm in Chicago for my 5th. And then you pre-book for your 6th to make sure you get a medal up on Boston. All right, everyone, be good, be safe, and happy running.
Happy drinking.
Happy running.
Happy running. See ya.
Hey there, everyone. It's Tony from the Flying RuNR podcast, and today was our last hotel that we've moved into for Sharon and I while we've been away. So I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update.
It's Thursday here, it's Thursday evening in Chicago. And the city, we've been here for a week. We landed the Thursday just gone. And we've had a relatively good week in relation to just getting used to just Chicago time. And today has been our first reconnection back with people from Travelling Fit. So we went to the expo today. We caught up with Sarah Caldrona, awesome young lady, as you know, 6-star journey back in episode 10. It was quite an emotional day seeing her name up there on the Wall of Fame, and so many people there looking for their names, and you can see the stories, you can see the pride, you can see the emotion. And it was just awesome to be there to see that with Sarah as well. So it is really such an amazing thing to experience. So thank you, Sarah, for allowing us to be there, because it was a really great, inspiring moment for us. So at the expo, was quite a different sort of an expo. It was probably one of the better expos that we've been to for a while. As you know, Boston was really quite ordinary for us. Probably London was a bit too full on for us. Berlin was okay. It was a bit unique. There were pockets of madness, but today just was really well organised. The way that you pick up your bibs, the way that you go through the expo itself, it was really quite an orderly event. You get a great little bobble hat when you're doing the Abbott's 5. Here we go. I call them a beanie, but they're called a bobble hat here apparently. So great little beanie for the 5K run that we're going to do on Saturday. So a really good day at the expo. So I'll just give you a bit of an update on what's been happening. So since Berlin, of course, we flew out of Berlin after Oktoberfest. We picked up a bit of a cough, which knocked us around. To be honest, it was a day. It was about 30 hours of travel once again, maybe a little less to get here from Berlin. The big tip that I'm going to give everyone is that when you're given 3 hours to get to the airport, make sure you're there 3 hours to get through. There was a little bit of stress at Berlin, and one of the things that I'm learning more and more is that the urgency that I might have to get through the airport is very rarely matched by, officials or people behind counters or what have you. So if the advice is to be there 3 hours before your flight, I would seriously say be there 3 hours before your flight. We were there 2.5 hours, and yeah, it could have been a little bit smoother, but neither here nor there. Now we did pick up this bit of a cough, a tickle in the throat, so to speak, and we have been a little bit off colour with that for probably the first 3 or 4 days. We spent a lot of time on our feet, which has been good. So we've come out of Berlin quite good, which is a positive for us from a legs point of view, but not so positive in terms of, the cough and the cold. So it's been a bit of a challenge for us, but by the same token, we've done some runs. We've done a 3, a 5, and the other day we did an 8. We've got a couple of shakeout runs still to go before the weekend. But today was fundamentally what we would call out the last day on our legs, and we now start to think about what's going to happen on Sunday. So we've caught up with some of the people from Travelling Fit. As I said, we caught up with Sarah before at the expo. She's actually not staying with the Travelling Fit crew. She's an independent traveller this time, so to speak, but we've caught up with the team at Travelling Fit. We've got a shakeout run, or maybe it might be a shakeout walk for us in the morning at 7:25. We'll catch up with them, and once again, it'll just be good. We've got a boat cruise tomorrow, an architecture boat cruise here in Chicago. The architecture is amazing. The city has been a real something different to what I expected. You hear all the negative stories around Chicago, but you don't necessarily hear that it's clean, that it's friendly, that there's it's beautiful. The lakeside's been beautiful. The weather's been amazing. It's been like 28 degrees Celsius. So it's been really, we don't want that on Sunday, mind you, but it's been a really good couple of days here that we've had in Chicago. They do have a cool change coming. Today was a bit cooler, and they're now saying Sunday is going to be cloudy and cool. So ideal running weather. So there's a big tip that they started to talk about Kelvin Kipton, and he's going to have a stab at the world record. So that's going to be a very interesting race in the elites there on Sunday. So it'll be really interesting to see what sort of motivation he got from Kipchoge in Berlin the previous Sunday. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he takes it to the next level. Now, as I said, the expo itself was one of the better ones, although I still think they're just missing it. There is so much more that you can be doing with the expo, but who am I to say? I'm not the expert at all. But the merch this year has been really quite interesting. As you can see, this is my Abbott's 5K bobble hat, and but Nike are the official apparel sponsors for the Chicago Marathon. And I really get confused by colorways with the official merchandise. So Nike have got a really amazing jacket, olive green. It looks really cool, and we picked that up well before going to the expo, because we've been to expos before and missed out on items that we wanted, so we picked that up at the Nike store during the week. Really nice jacket, really good deep pockets. I love my pockets in my jackets, especially when we travel a little bit, and I love to be able to get as much into my pockets for the plane trip as what you possibly can. But it's a really nice jacket, olive green. But then when you look at the rest of their range, it's pink hats, it's pale blue, it's white. So once again, just the colorways just don't seem to match. In Berlin, we had the teal color shirts, teal color caps, which sold out so quickly. We had brown and pink caps. We had a grey and a maroony sort of a jacket. So colorways just don't seem to mean anything. So I get a bit confused by the merchandising, but by the same token, they're the experts, aren't they? So not me at all. So needless to say, I've got my jacket on. I'm pretty happy. So over the next couple of days, a little bit of less time on our feet. We're just going to obviously have our carb load on Saturday night. We will be drinking a fair bit of hydration fluids. We like Noon, so we drink Noon, and really just all geared towards now what's going to happen on Sunday. So 45,000 people that will be running the streets of Chicago with Sharon and myself, Sarah Codrona. We've got Kimmy Tudgman here from Sydney as well. So 45,000 people going to be running around Chicago. So really can't wait to see that. So, and just before I head off, I'm just going to flick the camera around so you can just see this is where we are. So you can see the big Chicago sign just down there in the street. So wherever you are today, be good, be safe, be happy. And I probably won't do another review or an update until after we get back and we get Tim and Tara back on the podcast as well. So outside of that, happy running. We'll talk soon. Bye.